Okay, Malik. So, good evening. Hopefully, everybody is doing good, and I hope that your day was good. So, we have already completed chapter 1. Okay, so chapter 1 we have done, chapter 3 we have done, chapter 4 we are on that point where we completed stability strategy, even we completed the expansion strategy. Now, we are going on the one more strategy, that is called retrenchment strategy. Now, when we are discussing about retrenchment strategy, please do understand. Okay, before going on this, I'll just give a background of what we have discussed yesterday. Stability strategy is required where the industry is already in stable mode. Expansion strategy, we have multiple options where we discussed the first type of expansion was intensification. Okay, second type of expansion was diversification. In intensification, what was the concept? The concept was market penetration, market development, product development. I do think you are able to remember that three content where I discussed multiple examples into it. Next concept we discussed the diversification concept where we discussed the four types of diversification. One was vertical diversification, one is horizontal, next is co-generic or concentric, and last was conglomerate. This is something with diversification. The similar concept coming into merger acquisition, the answer is same. And last concept was strategic alliance where we ensure that our identity it remains same and we don't change our identity and we enter into alliance to compete with something, and that is called a concept of we require a support of political, organizational, okay, strategic, and may probably economic. Right now the concept comes into retrenchment or turnaround strategy, whatever you say. Okay, but turnaround is something different word, but let me discuss the retrenchment first. When I discuss about retrenchment, what exactly retrenchment means to you? Retrenchment means, okay, it focus on three aspects. When first of all, when we should start with retrenchment, okay, whenever decline phase starts, you can start with retrenchment. What is meaning of decline? Yani example, I am into the boost. Okay, I started my business. That was my introduction phase. Okay, my business growth happens, and that comes into expansion mode. After expansion, the concept come into picture is nothing but a maturity phase where we use stability strategy. Now, after some point of maturity, okay, my process goes into decline phase. Okay, something like this. If you remember, we have discussed something like this. This is what a progress grows on. Maturity. After maturity, it goes in decline. When decline phase starts, the approach or the strategy comes into picture is retrenchment. Now, when we discuss about retrenchment, please understand retrenchment focus on three elements. First, okay, is basically a turnaround strategy. Turnaround strategy will ensure or will try to recover the decline mode into again a growth or stability mode. Yani it will reverse the process of decline. Okay, I am already into decline phase. Okay, to reverse that process of decline is nothing but a retrenchment ka first strategy, that is called turnaround strategy. Which strategy, Malik? Turnaround strategy. Second, after applying a turnaround strategy also, I am not able to recover. Okay, my decline phase still continue. Then I have one more option, and that one more option is divestment. Divestment. Divestment means, okay, removing that particular loss-making unit. And if even after that removing that loss-making unit, I am not able to survive, okay, the option is liquidation. Yani whenever I discuss about the retrenchment option, retrenchment concept, there are always three options. What are the three options, Malik? First option is basically very basic, sir. First option is basically with respect to turnaround. The second option is basically with respect to divestment, and third option will be liquidation. Turnaround, divestment, liquidation. These are the three aspects you need to consider. So right now, okay, when or which approach should be suggested by you in a case study, in examination comes into picture, depends on the condition. If the question comes, I want to recover, okay, your answer should be turnaround. Okay, the question says, I don't want to recover, but I want to sell one of the unit. I don't want to sell completely, nor I want to close down completely. The second option comes into picture, that is called divestment. And if I say I want to close completely or shut down, then concept comes into liquidation. Okay, so yaad rakhna, remember this point. Okay, whenever the approach is retrenchment, okay, the concept goes into turnaround, divestment, liquidation. Yani retrenchment will be having three options as such. Please do understand one thing very clearly. In examination, if your answer comes into retrenchment, you need to write all three answer, all 3 points. You need to remember this one. Okay, all three ka basic concept you will explain. Yani you will explain that I want to recover my concept. Okay, recover, then turn around. Okay, one I am to sell one of the unit, that is called divestment, and I want to completely shut down, that is called liquidation. This is how your structure comes into picture, Malik. Okay, please do understand in examination, okay, we may have permutation combination of answers. First, you may get a complete answer on retrenchment. Okay, there may be a possibility that you may get a question on retrenchment. Okay, yani they may ask out of stability, out of expansion, out of retrenchment, which should be used? And if answer is retrenchment, you need to write all three. Or okay, individually I may ask the question. It may be a turnaround, divestment, or that's the last point is liquidation. Now my first point, okay, rather than discussing a characteristic, I will discuss later on. First I am discussing a types of retrenchment strategy. I do think you are on that particular page. Okay, there are total 3 types of retrenchment strategy. One is turnaround, one is divestment, and one is liquidation. When I discuss about turnaround strategy, it is basically I am focusing on improving my scenario. Okay, divestment, selling one of the unit, and liquidation is basically completely closed down. One of the important question for your retrenchment strategy is what are the steps or actions you will take in turnaround strategy. Now please understand, okay, first of all, when you should suggest a retrenchment, what I told you, retrenchment kab suggest karna hai? When you should suggest, when you are into downfall. How you will come to know you are in downfall? Okay, you are not getting the profits, your net worth is going low. Okay, cash losses are there. Most important, your assets are eroded. Okay, most important, the credit worthiness is gone. You are not able to compete with the competitor. You are not able to update the technology. This is something, these are some things when we are discussing about the retrenchment strategies. So in retrenchment, first of all, if you are understanding, okay, the example, understand like this. If there is a business and business is making continuous losses, even net worth is eroded. Now, okay, from few months, I am not able to pay the salary. Okay, from few months, I am not able to pay the rent of the room. I am not able to pay the light bills and other things. Okay, now in this case, okay, first option I will focus on turnaround. Now what is exactly a turnaround? Okay, suppose I am selling a product. This is my product. I am selling a product. Now in case of turnaround, okay, I need to revamp this product, that for sure. But revamp because why the product is not able to sold? Why I am not able to sell? Reason simple. There may be some difference. The competitor is giving best product out of it. I need to revamp my product. But to revamp my product, do you think I need to pay the salary first? Which employee will work? Where R&D team will work? Because I have not paid a salary from last few months. I am not able to do anything because I was facing a cash losses. Net worth is eroded. Multiple elements are there. So what turnaround strategy steps comes into picture? Turnaround strategy says, first of all, identify the root cause analysis. What is the reason why you are entering into decline phase? The first basic point comes into picture is assessment of current problem. Okay, always assess the current problem, root cause analysis. And please do understand when I am discussing assessment of current problem, why you are failing, why your product is not surviving, what is the reason, why other are preferring competitor against you, or whether the product is altogether gone from the market. These are something which you need to understand in stage 1. Second stage, it says after you assess the current problem, root cause analysis, then second point, it says you analyze the current situation and develop a strategic plan. Okay, so what is the second and first situation? First is assessment, identifying the reason. Second is, okay, after identifying, analyzing that cause and taking a solution for it, bringing a solution for it. Example, I told you why I am not able to analyze that problem, and if it is possible, whether we can have a strategic plan. Please listen carefully. In stage 2, we should be very clear whether after doing the changes, will we survive in the market? Do identify this one. If you not identifying this one, you are gone, boss. You invest everything, you are out. Okay, so please do understand, you develop a study plan. So whenever you read a main book, you will come to know here, if you are okay with this, then only go ahead. If you think there we can't develop a strategic plan, even after the changing and everything, we may not survive. Okay, don't go ahead. That's it. Second point, second stage, you come into picture. Stage 3, implement emergency action plan. Now please understand, in stage 2, which plan we prepare, Malik? In stage 2, we develop which plan, Malik? In stage 2, we develop strategic plan. But in stage 3, it's saying emergency implement which plan? Emergency business or action plan. Now what is the difference between stage 2 plan and stage 3 plan? Stage 2 is basically, if I rectify this all thing, will I able to survive? That is stage 2. Look into it, will you be able to survive? Third, implement emergency action plan. Example, okay, to do R&D on this particular product, I need to pay the salary, I need to pay the rent, I need to pay the light bills and other things. From where you will bring the cash? Example, you will sell some of the assets, you may take some more loan, you may ask shareholder to issue, I will be issuing more securities, I may ask money from my shareholders. These are something which you can do. That is your stage 3. Stage 3 says, okay, emergency action plan. Okay, stage 3 पे कब जाने का? जब stage 2 में you have a hope that you can survive. So stage 3 it says implement emergency action plan. And after stage 3, okay, you have paid the salary and everything. Let's start with the work, and that is stage 4. Now start with restructuring a business. Okay, so एकदम easy way में if I explain you, okay, if you fall, okay, I'm driving a motor car मतलब motor bike, I fell down, okay, first step it says what is the reason why you are not able to survive, okay, identify. Second step they will say, okay, if you rectify, will you able to survive, then only try to rectify. If everything is gone, okay, why you are trying to rectify, why you are putting him in hospital if the person is dead? Okay, the second point it says, will you be able to, after medication, will you be able to rectify? Answer is yes. Then third point, implement emergency action plan. Okay, stop blood loss हो रहा होगा उसको stop करो, whatever emergency. And later on focus, fourth point, later on restructuring a business where we focus on recovery man. And last concept, returning to normal. Okay, yani after a few movements and other things, we can return it to the normal situation. So what are the 5 stages in retrenchment का turnaround strategy? Retrenchment का turnaround strategy. 5 steps are: first point, assessment of current problem. पता करो what is the current problem. Second, analyze that problem and develop a strategic plan. If strategic plan will be able to develop, then go to stage 3. Else, okay, go to divestment. Second concept. Okay, so second stage होने के बाद अगर आपको लगता है after you go on second stage, you think that boss I will not be able to continue with turnaround, I need to shut down. Okay, focus on the next strategy, that is called which one beta? Divestment. Sell that unit. So okay, and if it is not possible also, okay, then go for liquidation. Okay, but after second stage, at least do the first and second stage. After second stage, you can decide it out. But after second stage, you think that you may able to continue the business, then do the third stage, that is called emergency action plan. Then go focus on restructuring of business, yani bringing that particular business into restructuring, doing R&D, okay, bringing the offers, giving the discounts, whatever you want to give it out. And last concept is returning to normal. After some time, again, your decline phase may enter into again expansion phase or growth phase or something, or stability, something like that. This is called a concept of 5 stages with turnaround. Okay, these are something which you need to understand with turnaround strategy. So retrenchment strategy focus on 3 elements. What are the 3 elements, Malik? First is turnaround. Okay, first is turnaround. Second is divestment. Third is liquidation. First, what you will select? One is turnaround. Okay, if turnaround is not successful, how many steps are in there in turnaround? 5. You understood that. If turnaround is not successful, then you will do it divestment. Okay, can it may happen, sir, that directly I may go in divestment? Answer is yes. It may happen. Okay, example, if you remember this particular example of yesterday when we are discussing about this particular Tata Group. Okay, now help me out. TCS is there. Tata Group, if you remember this example, I hope you remember this example. Tata Group is there. TCS, Tata Consulting Services is there. Tata Steel is there. Tata Motor is there. Tata Insurance is there. You come to know that Tata Insurance is going down. So help me out. First step, what you will do? You will try to turn around. If you are not able to control by turnaround, okay, so what you will do? You will divest. Divest means what? You will close down this Tata Insurance, and you may sell this Tata Insurance to some other insurance company or something like that. Okay, and if it is liquidation, complete Tata Group may go down. But this is liquidation is a rare scenario, worst scenario as such. But to be very precise, first what you should do ever, okay, first what you should do ever, it is basically to go with a turnaround. Sir, can it happen that you may directly go into divestment? Yes. Example, if in case study, okay, it's case study, I give you a case study, I say I'm a Tata Group owner and Tata Insurance is facing losses. After I tried everything but unable to cope up with the other business models. Okay, what should I suggest? Now you tell me. You will suggest me a turnaround? Not at all. You will tell me, okay, if you are not able to cope up, okay, sell out Tata Insurance. And please understand, don't bring the stigma. There is a stigma every time. Okay, sir, हम कैसे बंद कर देवे? इतने भारी लोग हैं हम लोग. Tata Insurance, we are running a company. How to sell the company? Okay, it is a stigma. माँ कसम, you are not successful. Who told? अरे boss, it is a corporate strategy. Imagine if I sell this, I may get a good amount, and this amount I may invest in either of 3, or I may bring some new point that is called Tata Foods. Okay, I may bring Tata Foods, I may use this money into expansion. Are you getting the point? And if I do divestment, okay, because of divestment, I will also be using which strategy, Malik? That is called expansion strategy. Are you, मेरे ख्याल से everybody understanding? Everybody understanding, Malik? Okay, yes or no, Malik? Yes, perfect. Logic samjha? Okay, so in examination, what you will do? Okay, first your suggestion should be, okay, whenever question comes into picture, question ask. What is the question? Question says, Amit Tated want to improve his situation. Which strategy you will suggest? Turn around. If it says, okay, Amit Tated does not tried everything but unable to improve. Okay, what Amit Tated should do? Divestment. And if it says like this, that Amit Tated is completely out of the box, he does not want to continue itself. Okay, the last option is liquidation, which is one of the worst out of three. Out of 3, which is worst? Don't tell me divestment is worse. Please understand, liquidation is worst. Liquidation, everybody will suffer. Why divestment is not worst? Because of divestment, you are also going in expansion. Because of divestment, you are going in expansion. Did you understood this logic? Okay, because so please make it sure in the divestment there is no stigma. Don't imagine, अरे यार divestment में divestment strategy कैसे suggest करे sir? Okay, अरे it is the best strategy actually. If the things are not in your favor, अरे sell that. Okay, invest the time into other element यार. Okay, that is a concept which you need to remember. This is something which is your chapter 4th, Malik. So chapter 4th mein how many strategy we discuss? You discuss total 4 strategies. Sir, 4 strategy we have not discussed. Why? Reason simple hai, it's a combination. What is a combination, Malik? Any of the point. Okay, yani organization selecting more than one strategy. Sir, how this is happen? Because the organization may be large and faces a complex environment. Organization Tata Group. Okay, help me out. Tata Group will be using which strategies? Stability, expansion or retrenchment. It can be a combination of it. Okay, for Tata Steel, it may suggest this one. For Tata Motors, it may suggest anyone, any other. That's it. And different business, each of which lies a different industry. Different industry may require a different strategy. That's it. This is the concept of chapter 4th. So I do think chapter 4th, everybody clear, Malik? Okay, chapter 4th, mein one of the complication is what I did yesterday or discussed yesterday. And I hope yesterday's concept is clear at your end. Okay, what need to be taken care while discussing or answering the strategy. So please make sure. And I told you yesterday, okay, just make sure. Right now what I'm doing is, right now after this chapter, I am starting a chapter 5, which is a business level strategy. Again, a very third important chapter. Make sure you understand that chapter very clearly, concept wise, because case study is very complicated there. And after chapter 5, okay, once we do chapter 5, we'll discuss chapter 2, again, which is very complicated. But both, I'm telling you, both are damaging. The sequence right now, I'm doing chapter 5. Chapter 5, but I'm doing chapter 2. After chapter 2, okay, we'll do chapter 7 and chapter 8 first, then chapter 6, because chapter 6 is very easy. Depending on time, if at all, I'll be focusing on how the things goes ahead. Okay, so right now, okay, chapter 4, okay, strategy. Many times students get confused that the question is only they saying identify the strategy. Okay, in chapter 5, okay, I do think hopefully you have gone through the chapter 5. So in chapter 5, if you have seen business level strategy, now who are the business level, Malik? Okay, help me out. Tata Group, if I discuss Tata Group, okay, Tata Group is the example. Tata Group mein first is Tata Consulting Services, second is Tata Motors, third is Tata Steel, fourth is Tata Insurance. Help me out, who is business level strategy here? These all people are business level strategy. Okay, then Tata Consultancy will decide about itself. Tata Motor will decide about itself. Tata Steel will decide about itself. That is called business level strategy, Malik. So now it may happen, sometime case study may come and the question says identify the strategy. Identify the strategy, and many times students get confused, sir, whether they are asking for chapter 4 strategy or chapter 5 strategy, because many time Tata Group strategy and Tata Motor strategy, okay, may align. They may ask, okay, Tata Motor is doing this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but you need to be very clear. Okay, make it sure. I will discuss one example after completing chapter 5. So let's start with your chapter 5. Okay, right now we are on this part. So chapter 5, okay, is about business level strategy. Okay, so starting business level strategy, again, chapter 4th and chapter 5. Chapter 4th and chapter 5 are complicated. Chapter 6 is damn easy because chapter 6, you know, okay, which question is coming into picture. Chapter 6, they will ask directly, explain marketing strategy, explaining finance strategy, explaining HR strategy. Okay, the only question will be that there may be multiple questions in each strategy, but the question will be clear. But in chapter 4th and chapter 5, questions are confusing. Many times we are not able to understand. So chapter 4th, I do think you are clear now. Chapter 5, okay, slowly we are going. So just make clear, chapter 5, just take control over chapter 5. And after chapter 5, chapter 2. Okay, ye do chapter 5, you get a 2 question. Chapter 2, you get 3 questions altogether. And I am discussing a other than MCQ I am, Malik. Okay, so chapter 5, we are discussing about 2 questions minimum. Okay, so chapter 5, how many parts we are discussing? In chapter 5, we have 2 portions as such. What are the 2 portions? First portion is about Michael Porter 5 forces. I will discuss this, what is the 5 forces and other things. And second is business level strategy, which is decided by Michael Porter. These both things are taken care by whom? Michael Porter. If I ask you, chapter 4 corporate level strategies are suggested by whom? If you remember yesterday, I discussed this point. Corporate level strategies are suggested by Gluck and Lawrence. Okay, if you remember this. And chapter 5, business level strategies are suggested by whom? Michael Porter. First differentiation in question, you should understand. Okay, if they give a name of Michael Porter, no way chapter 4 answer will be there. If they give Gluck and Lawrence, no way chapter 5 answer will be there. Are you getting the concept? First point to differentiate. Okay, the second, Now we are entering into chapter 5. So chapter 5 का first portion will complete about 5 forces. Then we'll go on business level strategy. Everybody, okay, business level strategy is again very complicated. So make sure you understand everything in the business level strategy. First of all, 5 forces. Michael Porter, when suggested to decide business level strategy, okay, it says there are total 3 business level strategies. What are the 3 business level strategy? First, it says you can become a cost leader. Second, you can become a differentiation. And third, you can have a focus strategy. Okay, there is one more best cost provider strategy, but that is a separate thing altogether. We'll discuss later on. Right now, if I ask you, okay, how many strategies were there in corporate level? 3. Stability, okay, expansion and retrenchment. Combination is there, but 3 points. Similar, if I ask you, how many business level strategies are there? 3. What are the 3 business level strategies, Malik? Cost leader, differentiation, focus. Once again, how many business level strategies are there, Malik? Cost leader, differentiation, focus. Cost leader, differentiation, focus. Everybody with me? Cost leader, differentiation, focus. Now, before going on this strategy, okay, matlab Michael Porter suggests, okay, before going on this strategy, first identify how the competitive pressure is there, how the competition is in the industry. Example, you are dealing in one of the industry. Okay, if you have a product and you are dealing in one of the industry, how is the competition which will influence you to take the decision? If the competition is very severe, example, my competitor is very severe, my competitor is having very good share. Okay, it is having a competitive pressure over me because I need to go according to his direction. Whatever price he keep, whatever time he does, whatever product he launch, I need to follow him. Reason simple, he is having a major market, and that is exactly what the Michael Porter suggests. So right now, okay, Michael Porter suggests, okay, Amit Tated, you are not required to take this decision only on the basis of competitor. There are 5 forces which is deciding how the competition is. What are the 5 forces? First force, okay, is your bargaining power of supplier. Second force, bargaining power of buyer. Yani example, if you are my supplier, you all are my supplier. Example, I am telling you, if you all are my supplier, example, you are giving me a raw material, you are giving me this room, you are giving me some accessories. On what basis I am making my product? If you all are my suppliers, okay, and you are able to bargain, okay, it will create a competitive pressure on me. Okay, because if you are able to bargain means what? If you are a supplier, if you are able to bargain, means what exactly? What it interprets, Malik? If you are a supplier of raw material. Example, I am a car manufacturing company. You are a tire supplier. Okay, you are able to bargain. Means what? You can charge me a good amount. Okay, if it is a bargaining power of supplier, you can charge me a good amount. This is first concept. Okay, first point to decide whether how is the competitive pressure. The second concept is bargaining power of buyer. If my buyer, okay, how they are and how much they bargain. If my buyer are able to bargain, okay, it means it is having a pressure over me. Example, sometimes the bulk discount concept comes into picture. One particular person comes into picture and he says, I'll be purchasing in wholesale lot. Give me a bulk discount. Now, please understand, giving a bulk discount is no option for me. He's bargaining power of buyer. This is creating a competitive pressure over me. It is not only competitor who is creating a pressure on me. It is even a supplier. It is even a buyer who are creating a pressure on me. Supplier and buyer. But make it sure, everybody listen carefully. Okay, ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा. It will never happen that at the same time buyer and supplier can negotiate with me. See, understand, okay, when supplier can negotiate, if I am purchasing a raw material from supplier, when supplier can negotiate, when supplier is very restricted, okay, very restricted, because very rare supplier, these suppliers are not available very easily, these products, raw material are not available very easily, then only supplier can negotiate, or supplier can concentrate. Example, there may be 4-5 supplier, but every supplier are concentrated, okay, if you are aware, so concentrate hua, so all suppliers say, will be charging you the same money. Okay, it always happen in auto wala, taxi wala, whatever you say in Kerala. Okay, when malum hai na, okay, everybody says we will be charging you this much money. This is basically a concept of when supplier. Now, please understand, if there is a bargaining power of supplier, bargaining of power of buyer will never happen. Reason simple hai, why supplier can bargain with me? Because the raw material is very tod. Okay, so it means my product is also tod. So buyer is not able to buyer will not be able to bargain with me. Because if supplier is bargaining, so I am also bargaining with my buyer. So for buyer, so situation, okay, other way around. If buyer is able to bargain with me, why buyer is able to bargain? Okay, because this product may not be crucial to buyer. And if this product is not crucial to buyer, so same logic, the raw material is also not crucial for me. Okay, reason simple है, buyer के लिए product crucial नहीं है, मतलब raw material ये easily मिल रहा होगा. Are you getting the concept? So it may happen either buyer or supplier may have bargaining power. But sir, what if both are assume sir, assume if both are able to bargain, okay, close down the business. Okay, you are not in good position. Okay, so please understand. तो ऐसा आपको समझना होगा. Whatever five forces we are discussing here ना मालिक, all five forces will not be having a same power. I do think you are getting the concept. Okay, all five forces. Example, if you are saying bargaining power of supplier is very strong, bargaining power of buyer will be weak. And if I say bargaining power of buyer is very strong, bargaining power of supplier will be weak. Okay, समझ में आया? And everybody understood this point? Okay, so what I want to communicate is basically, okay, it may not happen that both can be having a good bargaining power. If both can be strong in bargaining, if both are strong in bargaining, I should shut down the business. Because you will never ever make a profit into it, yaar. Okay, for him he is bargaining, for me, and how can I run the business? Okay, then I'm not a Section 8 company. That's exactly what we need to understand. So first point, okay, five forces. Michael Porter suggests five forces. First, he says bargaining power of buyer. Second, he says bargaining power of supplier. Third, okay, he says rivalry. Rivalry matlab competition. Okay, so how the competition is. Now think or imagine like this: a competitor is there who is having a good share of the market. He is having a good share of the market. Don't you think he will run the market? He will determine what should be the price of the market, what should be the how the market should run. Answer is yes. Whenever he if he is having, example, the market share is 100%, and if he is having 70% of market share, 30% is with me. Okay, I need to go according to 70%. Reason simple hai, because he is having a dominant over market. And that's what we need to understand. Third point is rivalry. It will decide a competitive pressure. Fourth point, okay, this is most important. After rivalry, the new entry. How much new entry for rivalry is there? One is rivalry which is existing, and one is threat of new entrance. New entrance, example, okay, whether new entry is easy in this market. If new entry is easy in this market, okay, competitive pressure is more. If new entry is difficult in this market, competitive pressure is less. This is what a concept is suggests. And fifth point is available of substitutes. Think logically. If my product ka substitute is available, do you think, okay, people may prefer substitutes over me? Answer is yes, and it will have a competitive pressure. Competitive pressure matlab competition very high. Okay, help me out. Okay, if I am having a product which I am selling at 20 rupees, why I will sell this product at 18 rupees? My simple question goes in. If my product I am selling on 20 rupees, why I will sell on 18 rupees? Why will I sell this on 18 rupees? Give me an answer. Competition. Okay, so what are the deciding factor for selling this on 18 rupees? What are the factors? These are the five forces. These are the five forces which is leading me to sell at 18 rupees. If all five factors are actually working, okay, I may need to sell this at 10 rupees also, or even at a loss also. I do think now a concept clear, hai Malik? So five forces. What are the five forces? First force is a rival seller. Rival seller means competitors. Second is threat of new entry. Third is substitute product. Fourth is supplier bargaining power. And fifth is buyer bargaining power. I do think five forces, everybody clear. Now what Michael Porter suggested, what I discussed with you, Michael Porter suggested all five forces will not have a same pressure. Okay, example, bargaining power of buyer may have a high pressure or strong pressure, ekdam worst pressure, but the bargaining power of supplier may have a low pressure. So you can't decide the competition is high or low only on one factor. Combine all things, create the average of all five. Okay, identify five. First factor, how much? Okay, strong, weak, moderate, fierce, or not at all impacting. Decide. Okay, that is what they are saying. Steps to determine what is the competition in the like or given industry. In given industry, what is it? Step how is the competition? So first it say identify the competitive pressure. Everybody with me? Identify the competitive pressure. Okay, yani which pressure you are identifying? First is rival seller. Identify. Evaluate how strong is the pressure. When I'm saying strong, okay, you should evaluate whether it is weak, whether it is moderate, whether it is strong. And third point, collective strength dekho. Okay, so these are the three steps which you need to understand. If the question comes, okay, explain what are the five forces, okay, decided by Michael Porter to decide a competitive pressure, and how to decide the competitive pressure. What are the steps to decide competitive pressure? How many steps you need to write? 3 steps, Malik. Everybody clear? 3 steps, Malik. First step is identify competitive pressure, specific competitive pressure. Second point, evaluate how strong it is. And third point, okay, is identify collective strength. Okay, yani example, okay, can anybody help me out? These 2 steps will be done how many times, beta? These 2 steps will be done how many times? These 2 steps will be done how many times? 5 times. Why 5 times? Because these 2 steps will be done for all 5 factors. All 5 factors. And after that, step 3 comes into picture, which I will be combining all this into one. Okay, so I do think everybody understood, Malik? Concept samjha, Malik? That's what exactly we need to close it out. Okay, pakka samjha? Everybody understood? Okay, so right now this is your first part. but 5 forces have not been ended yet. 5 forces have not been ended yet. Sir, then what is the pending portion? Now this all 5 forces, we have a separate concept altogether. Separate concept matlab how to decide each forces as such. So we have separate question altogether. So let's discuss the separate question altogether right now. What are the separate question, okay, on this particular force? So first question is threat of new entry. Again, a very good or important question as such from your examination point of view. This question has been frequently asked. Okay, do you think threat of new entry can create a competitive pressure on the entity? Answer is yes. Okay, number of entry, very easy. Okay, undoubtedly competitive pressure is more. Okay, number of entry is difficult, competitive pressure is less. So what you should understand, if you are into one industry, ensure the entry becomes difficult for the public, entry become difficult for the competitor. So ensure entry become difficult for the competitor. So I do think you are getting the concept. The first question is, what are the barriers for the entry of new entry? So question 1 is basically common barriers to entry includes what? This is a question. Okay, how can you restrict the entries of the new competitor entering in this industry? Okay, I'm not telling already there are there competitors in the industry? Yes. How you can prevent the new one from entering into industry? So there are 7 points. What are the 7 points? First point is capital requirement. Imagine about a pharma company. Imagine about some other airline industry. Do you think entering a airline industry or pharma industry is easy? Answer is no. Why? Because we require a more capital requirement. So capital requirement can be one of the barrier to enter into that market. Not everyone. Suppose tomorrow you or me want to ensure that we start an airline. Okay, how Tata started or they started. It is not easy, Malik. We require a wholesale quantity of funds and it is not easy. So nobody can enter. Capital requirement is the first part. The second concept comes is economies of scale. Now what is the economies of scale? Economies of scale is basically cost per unit. Cost per unit, Malik. Cost per unit. Cost per unit kaisa hai? Okay, now tell me if cost per unit is very low. Okay, cost per unit. Don't you think, okay, your cost per unit is very low. If your cost per unit is very low, new entry will be very difficult. Why, sir? New entry will be difficult. Reason simple hai. If cost per unit is low, the new entry when it comes, the cost per unit will be high and he will not be able to compete with us. Second point, economies of scale. Third point, product differentiation. Your product is so best that it is differentiated from every other person. Okay, the product differentiation. Now, what is the differentiation? We'll understand in next 10-15 minutes. Okay, in a differentiation strategy. But differentiation is something which we need to understand as a quality by which you can restrict the other person. Because what you are giving is version 6. Example I am discussing. You are giving version 6. And if some competitor is coming, he is copying you. Okay, he will not be version 6, na Malik. It will be version 1 of him. So it is a big challenge in differentiation. Okay, again, yaad rakhna. Okay, so first point is capital requirement. What is the capital requirement? Okay, more capital required, barrier is there. Second, economies of scale. Cost per unit. Jitna kam ho sake, cost per unit. Okay, focus on cost per unit, reducing cost per unit, restricting a new entry. Okay, product differentiation. Ensure your product is having some different concept, different features, different quality. Okay, in any element. Okay, you will be creating a barrier for the entry. Fourth point, switching cost. This is basic example. Okay, you are already having an established market, you are having a good market. To switch over to the other concept is a big challenge, and that is called switching cost. A best example which is given again in module is about operating system. Everybody using an operating system is Microsoft Windows. Now, do you think any other software company cannot bring any operating system? They can bring, but it is very difficult to have a switching cost. What is the switching cost? To switch from Microsoft to other concept is a big challenge. Similar with WhatsApp. I do think WhatsApp and Telegram. Nowadays, everybody is using Telegram, but Telegram is used mainly by students and other things, not by family members. If you focus at everybody's family member will be on WhatsApp, not on Telegram. This is what exactly happens. So if anybody want to bring any app software like an WhatsApp, it will be a big challenge to switch because it is switching cost is very high. Okay, बहुत cost रहता. That is again a big point why it will be a barrier to the new entry. Okay, next one more point is brand identity. Okay, so why it is nothing to do with cost, it is nothing to do with product, but the brand, dimag mein brand hai, and you prefer that brand because of brand loyalty. Okay, it's a big challenge for the new entry because public is having a brand identity. Okay, now if I focus on, if I give you an example, okay, if I many times I discuss an example of car only because I'm a fond of cars, multiple cars, and when I started my teaching career, Okay, so initially I didn't started a teaching career, where I suggested yesterday, if you remember. Okay, the Mubarak discussed yesterday. Okay, so I started my career with job. First 1 year I did PwC. After 2.5 years, 3 years I worked in HDFC Bank. Okay, so almost 4.5 years I was doing a job. Okay, in HDFC Bank also I was at IT governance May. I was AVP, Assistant Vice President Malik. Okay, I left that job and came in teaching. And almost after 5 years of being CA, I came in teaching. So when I came in teaching, okay, started my career, and after 2-3 years, okay, and later on, then probably my career boost up. Multiple factors are there in it. Okay, during that scenario, okay, I am very fond of cars since childhood. Okay, and since 2012 to 2013 and 14, okay, almost every year I purchase a car. Therefore, the car example will be there. And car, boss, it's a dream for my life. Okay, in Mumbai, okay, if I focus on my flat, I am having only, as a one odd flat, okay, but I am having a total 6 parkings. Parkings I purchase more than flats. So, car ka concept. So, if I discuss about car, okay, one of the car is basically Tata Jaguar XJL. Now, if I discuss about Tata Jaguar XJL or Jeep Wrangler, right now I am into Jeep Wrangler only. So, if I focus on Jeep Wrangler or Tata Jaguar, okay, I am discussing a Tata Jaguar. Jaguar, I do think everybody is aware. Now, help me out. Do you think Tata company is manufacturing a car which is also a Nano and which is also a Jaguar XJL? I am discussing. I am not discussing Jaguar XF or XE. Jaguar XJL, which is 1.48 CR. Okay, which is Jaguar XJL? And Nano. Answer is yes. Now, why I am spending 1.48 CR on Jaguar XJL? Okay, even if in 4 lakhs I can get a Nano. Reason simple is the product differentiation. Okay, now my question comes, okay, do you think that it provides it? You think value it provides. Don't you think BMW does not provide? Why I didn't went into for BMW? Why I didn't went for Audi? Why didn't I went for Mercedes? Why? Okay, because they also having that particular point, na? X7, okay, the Audi Q7, something like that. Okay, UK machine, brand. Okay, see, understand. Okay, please listen carefully. If Jaguar is having some features which is not available with anyone, okay, and you are restricting from other person in market, it is basically product differentiation. I do think you are getting the concept right now. Everybody understood Malik logic? Okay, it's product differentiation. Okay, but Jaguar, BMW, Mercedes is having all features same. Then also you are preferring Jaguar. What is the reason? It is a brand identity. Are you getting the point? If product differentiation is concept is there, product differentiation, the features are different. But okay, all features are same. Then also you are preferring this particular product. Jaguar gives a good feeling, man. Why Jaguar gives a good feeling? It is of Tata. Boss, Indian investment. UK machine है, but investment Indian, boss. Almost I did भाई वो concept था. And Jaguar का feel रहता. That's brand identity. I do think समझ में आया दोनों में difference, product differentiation and brand identity understood. This I'll be discussing same example after 10 minutes exactly. Okay, that 9:15 will start with the strategies. That time we require this example as such. Okay, that's it. After that, access to distribution channels. Now help me out. Okay, why Maggi is so successful? Why Parle G? If you go in any part of the country, you will get a Parle G biscuit. Why? Because of distribution channels. Why other biscuits or how the other noodles are there, not easily access to other markets? Because of distribution channels. So if you have a good access to distribution channels and you are not letting other person to access that distribution channels, 101% you are creating a barrier. And last concept is possibility of aggressive retaliation. What is an aggressive retaliation? Aggressive retaliation means, okay, you do so much worst. Okay, बेइज्जती. I don't know what he say in English. I forgot that. बेइज्जती. सामने वाले को इतना गिरा दो. कॉम्पिटिटर को इतना बेइज्जत करो, what we say, shame on competitor, create so much shame on competitor that no new entry will come into picture. Okay, create a shame on competitor. Okay, do something like that. And to be very precise, this happens aggressive retaliation. I always give the best example. Okay, if you focus on this, I do think you are aware. Okay, all together, whenever we are discussing any political parties, you are aware about Rahul Gandhi, you are aware about Narendra Modi ji or Rahul Gandhi ji. Okay, Rahul Gandhi ji and Narendra Modi ji. Now, to be very precise, okay, if I discuss about making a joke or videos or jokes on whom the jokes are there. Okay, whom the jokes are there, that this joke, the video comes into picture. Okay, this memes come into picture. On whom these memes come into picture? Definitely Rahul Gandhi ji. Okay, I do think you are getting the point. Okay, who create? Rahul Gandhi ji himself create kya? No, na. Who creates? Okay, that is exactly we need to understand. Aggressive retaliation. Now new party is very difficult to enter because they think भाई यार सामने वाला competitor इतना worst है. Okay, मतलब the competitor is so aggressively retaliate. मतलब aggressively he is ensuring that no other new entry should come because he is not creating the competitor concept. This is called aggressive retaliation. I do think understood, Malik? Aggressive retaliation का concept. So these are the 7 points which we need to understand. Common barriers. So barriers का concept है. I do think 7 barriers. Everybody clear, Malik? Okay, so first, everybody clear? So barriers, how many barriers are there? 7 barriers. So Bharat Mata ki jai, 7 barriers. I do think everybody clear. Okay, so 7 barriers. So 7 barriers, this question can come in your examination and easy answer is there. Head point and masala is there. Masala is there, but easy to remember the masala. Not a big deal at all. After that comes is bargaining power. Okay, bargaining power of buyer. I told you why buyer will bargain. What is the reason buyer will bargain? The first reason is basically buyer is having a full knowledge. He know this product cost is very low. Okay, he reduce the amount. If you know, अरे यार और सस्ते में दे दो, reduce this cost of t-shirt. I know how much cost is of t-shirt. Okay, so reduce this cost. This is what you have a knowledge. Second point, they spend lot of money. It means a bulk buyer, big buyer, okay, collective buyer. And third point, the industry product is not perceived as critical to the buyer. For buyer, the product is not critical. If this three situation occurs, if these three situations occur, it means the buyer can bargain with us like anything. Okay, next, bargaining power of suppliers. What are the bargaining power of suppliers says? When a supplier can bargain with us, three situations again. First, product is crucial to buyer. Yani example, for me, the product is very crucial. Yani raw material for me is very crucial. Then I can bargain, that for sure. Okay, my supplier can bargain. Second scenario, there is a very high switching cost. Yani if I switch this supplier to any other supplier, there will be very high cost. This is some concept we need to keep in mind. Okay, there can be very high cost, switching cost. That is what we need to understand. And third concept, there is more concentrated than their buyer. Yani supplier are concentrated, which I gave you the example. Auto or taxi wala, I don't know in Kerala how it happened, but in Mumbai or Pune, there is a concentrated auto wala and taxi wala. If I need to go from one location to another, they charge 100 rupees. And if I say I will go for another rickshaw, he will say I will also charge 100 rupees. This is called concentrated. Okay, so buyers are concentrated, supplier are concentrated. You purchase from any supplier, you will be having the same cost. This is something which you need to understand. These all elements can come into MCQ. Malik, ye bhi MCQ. These are eligible for MCQ. These are eligible for MCQ. These was eligible for theory question. These are eligible for MCQ. Next point is how rivalry in industry is defined. Okay, how I can identify how my competitor is. On what basis I can decide my competitor, how my competitor is. So it focus on total 6 elements. First, is there any industry leader? Example, if there is an industry leader, do you think price war will be easy or difficult? Price war. Example, if industry leader is there and if I reduce the price, industry leader can reduce the price. Okay, easily because he is having a more share in the market. Industry leader means what? He is having a more share in the market. If anybody is having a good share in the market, can he reduce price very easily? Yes, so I will be having a fear. Why should I do the price war? Rivalry, first reason. Again, I am telling you, okay, please understand what is the question. Here it is a factors, how you will determine the rivalry in industry. So it depends on multiple points. First point, is there any industry leader? Second point, if there is number of competitors more, industry leader may be there, but the competitor is more, price war can happen very easily. Okay, example, I am discussing like this. Okay, if suppose A is there and B is there and C is there, A is having 70% market share, B is having 20% market share and C is having 10% market share. Okay, now, okay, B and C, whatever price of the product is, example, all three are selling at 15 rupees, all three are selling at 15 rupees. Now B and C want a good market share. If B and C reduce to a 12 rupees, don't you think A can reduce to 12 rupees or 12 rupees or 10 rupees also? Why? Because he's having a good market share. And if he is having a good market share, his production capacity will be more. And if his production capacity is more, don't you think the cost will be reduced? Jitna zyada production karoge, cost will be less or more? The production is more, cost will be less. The production is less, cost will be more. So if C and B and C want to compete with industry leader, it is a big deal. It is a big problem for them because they can't reduce the price. Similarly, they say if the number of competitors are more, even if there is an industry leader, there will be a price war. Okay, now in this example, suppose if there is a B, C, D, E, F, these are the 5 competitors who is having 5%, 5%, okay, 5%, 10%, this share. Now they may do the price war in own then. Okay, even if there is an industry leader, there may be a price war. Okay, this is second concept they are suggesting. So first point, if industry leader is there, price war is relatively less chances. Second, they are saying if number of competitors are very high, number of competitors are more, even if there is an industry leader, there is a chance of price war. Third scenario, if fixed cost. Now please understand, if my fixed cost is already completed or achieved, okay, and I am incurring a fixed cost, then definitely, okay, there is a price war chances is there. Example, I am telling you, okay, if suppose I am using this room for my classes, okay, this room I am using only from morning 7 to 2, and I am paying rent for 7 to, okay, 9. Don't you think 7 to 2 time, okay, after 2 to 9 the room is very free, but I am paying the rent altogether. Okay, so this 2 to 9 I may take one more batch which will be at very less cost, less amount. Okay, sir, why? Reason simple hai, my fixed cost is already going na. So in case if I am incurring a fixed cost and after there is also a capacity which is pending, I may manufacture more goods and I may sell it only at variable cost. So they are saying price war chances will be more if fixed cost is already incurred and the altogether you have recovered that fixed cost. After that also, okay, the capacity is still pending. You can do the work and you can recover you can sell the goods at a marginal cost where competitor may face a problem because you will be selling at a low cost. Okay, similarly, exit barrier. Okay, if exit barrier is not easy, what is the meaning of exit barrier? I want to leave the market. But to leave the market, I am having a machinery. I need to sell this machinery. Okay, to sell this machinery is a very big challenge. Okay, what problem hai? I will not leave this market. And if I not leave this market, don't you think price war will be there? Answer is yes. Product differentiation. Okay, this is something which you need to understand. If I am having a different product, okay, if I am having a different product, example, now in this example, A, B, C, only 3 competitors are there. A is having 70%, B is having only 10%, C is having 20%. But if B's product is differentiated, so 101% he can charge very high, he can charge very high amount. Now in this case, please listen carefully, in this case B if he charging high amount, even at 10% market share, he can earn good profit, he will not interfere only. So if product differentiation is there, then the profit is already there because I may sell a less share, but I may have a good profit because of high price, because I'm having a different product altogether. And last point, if there is industry is a slow growth. Now what is the meaning of slow growth? Okay, if industry is already achieved at a maturity, what is the meaning of maturity? Okay, यानी industry में अब इससे ज़्यादा है ही नहीं, 10,000 students, that's it, done. Now there will be no more students. Now, okay, there will be no new share. So everybody will be trying to cut each other's share, because if I say now 70% A is already achieving, now industry growth is not there, so A will try to take the share from whom? It will be from B and C only. So he will reduce the price or something like that. If industry is having a slow growth, there will be a cut short. These are the 6 factors by which we can come to know how the rivalry in the industry is there, or because of which there can be a chances of price war. Okay, there can be a chances of price war. So rivalry होने का कारण और price war होने का कारण, what is the reason? These are the 6 reasons. What are the 6 reasons? Very easy answer. First is industry leader. Second point, okay, number of competitors. In second point, you need to remember, even if number of competitors, if industry leaders is already there, but number of competitors are more, they may आपस में fight कर सकते हैं and there may be a price war between them only. Third scenario, fixed cost. Okay, fixed cost is already incurred. Okay, the capacity is pending. You can do more production and it is sell at very low cost, and you can get a good amount again. Matlab there can be a price war concept. Fourth scenario is very simple, exit barrier. If there is exit barrier, you can't leave the industry, you will be staying in industry, you will be running the business at loss also, and because of that, okay, market share is gone. Fifth point, product differentiation. If your product is differentiated and definitely you are selling the product at a very high price, okay, you may, even if it is small share, then also you get a good profit. And last point is slow growth. If industry is having a slow growth, okay, yani done, industry growth is slow. Are you getting the point? If not my growth, industry, that's it. This is number of buyers, not more than that. No other buyers can be there. Okay, that is slow growth concept. Slow growth is there, so we may cut throat each other share, and ultimately, okay, there is no other option, and ultimately, okay, the rivalry may have a major impact. Okay, then because of it, we may go with price discount and other thing. You giving discount, then I giving discount, you giving discount, I am giving discount. Profit is wiped out. This is how the things work in this particular industry. So nature of rivalry, I do think everybody clear. And substitute, I do think you are very clear. Substitute can create a pressure, but please understand, if substitute, when we are discussing about substitute, if substitutes are easily available or easily replaceable, okay, then your product is not having any core competency or something like that. So by 9:45 or 10 o'clock, we'll discuss about core competency in chapter 2, but that is exactly we need to understand how it is replaced as such. So Bharat Mata ki jai. Nevertheless, how many competitive pressures are there? 5 steps, 5 forces are there. We discussed this all together. Okay, all together first page we have discussed this in detail, 5 forces, and I do think everybody is clear with the 5 forces as such. Now we are going on a business level strategy which is discussed by Michael Porter. How many business level strategies are discussed by Michael Porter? There are total 3 strategies which are discussed mainly. First is cost leader, second is differentiation, and third is focus strategy. Aram se jana, okay, I'll be taking half an hour for this concept, half an hour to 45 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever it may be. But these concepts are very technical, and if you are able to crack this concept along with chapter 4th concept, okay, you are done with total 2 to 3 questions. That's it. I can bet on it. Okay, and I can bet even if you have studied, I can bet even if you studied, okay, what is your conceptual clarity after end of this half an hour to 45 minutes? I can bet that will be upside down. So just focus on it, just stay connected and just understand each and every element. Okay, so what are the 3 strategies now we are discussing? First strategy is cost leader, second strategy is differentiation, third strategy is focus. So there are total 3 strategies we need to understand. Okay, is everybody with me? 3 strategies. What are the 3 strategies which is suggested by Michael Porter? One is cost leader, second is differentiation, third is focus. Okay, before going on this, okay, how many questions are there in each point? In cost leader, okay, you have total 3 questions. First, how to achieve cost leader? Okay, how to achieve cost leader? How I become cost leader? Second, okay, what are the advantages of this cost leader? And third, what are the disadvantages of this cost leader? Similarly, in differentiation strategy, we have total 4 questions. 3 questions are the similar what we have discussed. How to achieve differentiation? What are the advantages of differentiation? And what are the disadvantages of differentiation? But one more point is there, types of differentiation. And focus, again, you have a types of focus and achieving and advantages and disadvantages. Advantages and disadvantages. Achieving, advantages and disadvantages. Listen carefully, very technical answer. 2 questions are this, okay, out of which 1 question will be definitely from this portion which we have discussed. 1 question will be what we have discussed earlier, 5 forces, okay, competitor or barrier. These are the first 1 question, that for sure, and 1 question is that for sure what we are discussing in next half an hour. Okay, so first of all we are discussing about cost leader. Sir, who are the cost leader? Okay, Malik, please do understand, cost leader, whenever I discuss about the cost leader, please listen carefully. Cost leader is a person, word is very much clear. Okay, it's cost leader. He is giving a lower cost in the market. He is giving सबसे सस्ता. Everybody is सबसे सस्ता. सस्ता क्या बोलते हैं? सस्ता बोलते हैं सस्ते को इंग्लिश में. He is giving one of the lowest cost. He is selling that product very cheap, at very cheap rate. He is selling the product cheap in the market, not with competitor. Cheap in the market. Now, to be very precise, if I say A is there, B is there, C is there. Okay, A, B, C. Now they are selling a product. C is selling product at 15 rupees. B is selling product at 14 rupees. A is selling at 10 rupees. This is called a concept of cost leader. But make it sure, okay, to tell A as a cost leader, you need to understand he should be a leader in it. Are you getting the point? Okay, unless until A is not a leader, we can't tell a cost leader. Example, A should have a good market share, 70% market share. Then only A is a cost leader. B and C are not cost leader. Okay, but A is a cost leader because he is selling at cheap and he is having a market share. Other way around, I am telling you. Please listen carefully. If A, B, C, okay, MRP is given at above only. MRP is written above only. Okay, now if C is having a 70% market share, now don't tell A is having only 10% market share. A is selling at 10 rupees. Lowest, cheapest of ABC. But A is having only 10% market share. Don't ever give damn shit that A is a cost leader. Okay, he should be a cost leader, understood. He can be a cost leader when 2 things happen. One, he is lowest in cost, cheapest, and second, he is a leader. Then only the concept is cost leader. I do think first point, everybody clear? Okay, so to cost leader, you require 2 things. Market share, you should be a leader. And so it means, what you can visualize in pink color, what you can visualize, I am highlighting in pink color. What you can visualize, yani it means, okay, in pink color, the market is not a price sensitive, na Malik. Okay, yani customer are more at which product? Okay, for 15 rupees wala. Yani customer are preferring, okay, not cost, lowest cost. They are preferring a good quality product. So you need to understand, to have a cost leader, you need to have a sabse sasta, sabse cheap. You should have a one of the cheapest, but at the same time, you should be a leader. First point, everybody understood or not? Then only I can go ahead. Yes or no? Everybody understood this point? Okay, यानी मेरे को बताइए, okay, मेरे को बताइए, what is the reason why cost is less for A? What is the reason why cost is less for A? Reason simple है, he is having good market share. तो production capacity, Production capacity more. Okay, so if he's having production capacity more, can he have a good bargaining power with his supplier? Yes. So he's getting a lower cost of material. He's having a lower cost of production. Okay, most important, he's not doing any marketing. He's resisting with any differentiation. He's giving you a basic product. Okay, but itself he is resisting that he will not give any superior things in that product. Let's understand Tata Nano and Tata Jaguar. Jaguar and Nano, which is a cost leader. Okay, and assuming he's having market share, good market share, which is a cost leader, 100% Nano. Okay, now tell me, in Jaguar XJL there is a massage seat. If I sit and press a button, there is a massage seat. Okay, massage seat. Now anybody purchasing a Nano, example here, Leo is there. Okay, Leo, Abhinaya is there. Okay, now Abhinaya is there. She want to purchase a Nano. Okay, Abhinaya is telling Nano, but Abhinaya is saying Nano wale ko, hey Nano, please insert that massage seat into Nano. Okay, don't you think it will increase the cost? So Nano wala saying, acha, Abhinaya wants massage seat, let insert massage seat in Nano. Don't you think they will be increasing cost? So Nano wala should ensure, they should resist this all elements. They should only give the basic thing when they are achieving cost leader. Are you getting the point? When you purchase a Nano, my question, on what basis they reduce the cost? Okay, on what basis they will reduce the cost of Nano? Okay, they ensure they don't give any superior thing. Superior matlab ekdam good feel factor they don't give. They give a basic car, but it does not happen that they don't give a tire. They give a Nano car and purchase tire on your own. ऐसा होता है क्या? Do you think practically? Okay, they say we will not give a wiper. Huh? We are saving a cost on wiper. We will not give a wiper. Whenever rain come, you press like this. You bring your hand out and wipe. Okay, sensibly. I do think you are understanding. So cost leader never ever tell the cost leader is not giving quality. Please understand. Are cost leader if not giving quality, nobody will prefer Ray. So how cost leader is achieving cost leadership? How that person is achieving cost leadership? Okay, that is what exactly we need to discuss. First question. I do think you understood the example, everybody. Everybody understood the example and logic? So first, what are the basis on which the cost leader is there? He can forecast the demand. Demand is more. Okay, so he can forecast the demand 70%, 70,000, 80,000 forecast, because if he forecasts, he will standardize the process, and if process are standardized, cost will reduce. The second scenario, optimum utilization of resources. I told you because of this point, achieving economies of scale, more production capacity, economies of scale. Okay, help me out. More production, cost per unit. More production, cost per unit, reduce, economies of scale. Standardization of products for mass production, standardization. Invest in cost saving technique, yani they will be doing R&D but in cost saving technique, and resist to differentiation. Did you understood this line, Malik? Resist to differentiation. Okay, example. Okay, now when you are going to purchase to Nano, okay, now example, Abhinaya is going for purchasing Nano, and she is saying, "Arey, piche ka camera dalo na, camera reverse में camera चाहिए." And now if Nano wala listen to everyone like this na, okay, they will end up having a very high cost car. So if you want to understand, so resist to differentiation. I do think 6 point understood, Malik. Everybody, how you can achieve a cost leader? Everybody clear? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कॉस्ट लीडर के लिए क्या याद रखना है? कॉस्ट लीडर टू थिंग्स, ही इज गिविंग वन ऑफ द लोएस्ट इन द मार्केट, एंड सेकंड ही इज हैविंग अ लीडरशिप. लीडर प्रोडक्शन शुड बी मोर. दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई ही इज अचीविंग दैट कॉस्ट लीडर ना. ओके, ही इज नॉट गिविंग, इज ही गिविंग ए लो क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट? Is he giving a low quality product? No, he's not giving a low quality product. Make it sure. He's giving less products? No, he's giving what is required. Okay, but okay, he's trying to reduce the cost by doing this all things. Okay, it basically more on mass productions. Okay, advantages of cost leadership, 100% advantages. First point, rivalry. Will there be a competitor for cost leader? Answer is no, because he is a cost leader. Leader is there. Okay, now may tell me, in this case, above case, green wala case. Okay, if okay B and C reduce the price to 9 rupees. Okay, do you think A can reduce the price to 8 rupees also? Think logically, because he's having a good market share. Okay, so nobody will able to fight with that point. Okay, nobody will. So rivalry, advantage, rivalry no way stand. Bargaining power of buyer. How much you will bargain? Now already I am giving a lowest in cost. Don't purchase. There is no concept. Buyer will not bargain. Supplier. Why supplier will bargain with me? Reason simple hai. He cannot bargain because I am purchasing a bulk from him. I am purchasing a 70% from market share. Okay, from you as a supplier. Next point, new entry. Why new entry restricted? We have discussed common barrier, economies of scale, understood. And one more point, substitute. Okay, why you will go to substitute? What is the reason to go to substitute? Because you are not preferring this or the high cost is there. But if it is a lowest cost, why you will go to substitute, Malik? That's it. Okay, so advantages, what are advantages? If you understood, advantages are nothing but 5 forces. So yaad rakhna. Okay, the answer is damn easy in advantages. You need to write the answer of 5 forces. So to remember the answer is not difficult at all. 5 forces we discuss about the advantages. Thus you need to write this. All 5 forces are in favor of cost leader. Just you need to mention this. And next concept comes into disadvantages of cost leader. What are the disadvantages? First disadvantages, cost advantage may not be remaining in long run. Why? Because competitor may also follow the cost leader. Okay, competitor may also copy them. Okay, why they are reducing cost? Because on that basis they may focus on this. Second, cost leader may succeed only firm can achieve higher sales volume. It may happen you may not achieve higher sales volume. Okay, how they are minimizing the cost? Okay, are they marketing? No, marketing, R&D, that is reduced. To be very precise, don't you think if I don't market a product in long run, I am out of the market? If out of the sight, out of the market, concept khatam hai. And that is what they are saying. Okay, this may approach not be successful in long run. And technology changes is a great threat to the cost leader. Yani if technology changed, okay, I am out of the market. Now please do understand, as we are going ahead, you should be very clear. Whenever I say technology updates or technology change, here we are not discussing the technology of mobile or laptops or something like that. Technology comes with every product. Let's understand. Okay, if you are having a wafer, potato wafer, you are aware. What is the best company for potato wafer? Everywhere, I don't know in South which way potato wafers are there, but Lay's are very common. Perfect. Lay's is everywhere. So Lay's hai. Now help me out. What is technology for Lay's? What is the technology changes for Lay's? What is the technology changes? Now Lay cannot have a technology changes as software, na? Okay, technology change is there applicable for Lay's also. Okay, technological change, R&D, research and development. Do you think Lay is also having R&D department? Okay, Lay is also, yes. Okay, production masala, production method nahi. It is about flavors. Bringing a new flavor. Okay, bringing a new flavor, having a new taste, having a new baked product or something like that. Okay, are you getting the point? Are you getting the point? So whenever I say technology, every business will have a technology. Every business is having technology. Chalo, tell me, okay, if I'm having this bottle, I'm purchasing this bottle. This bottle is of Tupperware. Okay, what is the technology for Tupperware? Tupperware के लिए technology क्या होगी? Technology, it may have a good plastic or different plastic or a best plastic, environment friendly plastic, not harming for this plastic. Getting the concept, Malik? Everybody? Okay, you are using the pens, pen. You are using the pen. What is the technology in pen? Pen के लिए, if I said there is a technological changes in pen industry. What is the technological changes in pen industry? Okay, color of the pen, okay, or it may be how we write, gel pen, okay, pilot pen, okay, ink pen or something like that. I do think everybody understood whenever I say technology changes, understood technology changes. Technology changes understood. Tata Nano, once upon a time it was very good, but now people don't prefer very small car. Technology changes. Small car ka or upgraded version aa gaya hai. People do not prefer. That is called a concept of technology changes. Bharat Mata ki jai. Everybody clear? That's it. Okay, we have done this particular point. So I do think cost leadership, everybody is clear. Now we are entering into a differentiation strategy. Now what is basically a differentiation strategy? Okay, cost leader, pakka clear? We are going into differentiation. Now listen carefully. Tata Nano was with respect to your, okay, cost leader. In differentiation, what is basically differentiation? You are giving some different from others. You are giving something different from others. Okay, and because you are giving differently, you are charging a very premium price. This is called differentiation strategy. When I charge anything premium price, that is called differentiation strategy. Everybody with me are listen carefully. And again, please be clear. Differentiation and focus. Next 10-15 minutes, please be clear. 10-15 minutes, take care. 10-15 minutes, take care. 10-15 minutes, take care, please. Okay, ekdam mast se. Differentiation, what is the differentiation? I am giving a different product and that I am charging a premium price because you are liking that product. Tata Jaguar. This is called differentiation strategy. Now, differentiation, why? First question, before understanding how to achieve differentiation, first question is basis of differentiation. On what basis I am dividing these products? Okay, basis of differentiation. So there are always three bases of differentiation, Malik. There are always three bases of differentiation. One minute, probably software hatak gaya hoga. There are always three bases of differentiation. What are the three bases of differentiation? One is product differentiation, one is pricing differentiation, one is organization differentiation. Please understand what are the three differentiation: product, pricing, and organization. Product differentiation. If your product and my product is having a different features altogether, features. Again, I'm telling you, everyone, features. Your product is having other features and different features, and my product is having different features. That is called product differentiation. Everybody with me? Okay. Second, pricing differentiation. Your product and my product is having same features. Your product and my product is having same feature. You and we are having same feature, but your product is lower than me, lower cost than me. Your product is lower cost than me. Okay, features are same, quality, premium quality features, but your product is lower cost and people are preferring you because of lower cost. That is called pricing differentiation. And if anything does not fit into two, then it comes as organization differentiation. Organization differentiation can be any other element. Any other element if it does not fit into two. Okay, so what is the basis of differentiation? Let's discuss with an example. Everybody, okay, focus on this conceptual clarity. Okay, first basis of differentiation. Tata Jaguar. Okay, who are the competitor of Tata Jaguar? Tata Jaguar is there. Okay, second concept will be another is BMW, and one more will be Mercedes or Audi. Okay, these are the four brand as such. I do think everybody is aware. So right now we'll discuss with BMW. BMW and Jaguar. Okay, Jaguar XJL and BMW X7. If I compare, I am getting more features in Jaguar XJL and therefore I am purchasing Jaguar XJL. Okay, which differentiation? Product differentiation. Everybody clear? Okay, Jaguar XJL and BMW X7 is having same feature, but BMW X7 is 1.25 CR and Jaguar is 1.48 CR. Therefore, I am preferring BMW. What is the reason for selection? Price differentiation. I do think you are getting the concept. Features are features are similar. Again, don't compare this with cost leaders. Cost leaders. These are products are different product, giving a very high quality premium feel. Then we are discussing about price. This is not low price. Don't compare this with cost leader. Okay, 1.25 crore is not a cost leader. 1.25 crore is a cost leader, ma kasam. Then we are staying in Zimbabwe or some other country where things are different. Okay, so bhai cost leader nahi hai. Okay, but differentiation mein pricing differentiation. I do think everybody clear. And third point, understand. Tata Jaguar, okay, is having a same feature. Okay, BMW X7 is having same feature. Same feature. Price is plus minus whatever. But I want Jaguar XJL. Feel of Jaguar XJL. Now tell me which differentiation. Jaguar XJL brand. Jaguar like a brand hai. Now this is called organization differentiation. Yani anything which is not fitting into first two, that is called organization differentiation. Everybody understood or not understood? Everybody understood or not understood? Understood, Malik? Okay, so first three mein I am asking you some question. Tell me very easily. Okay. Sir, I am staying at one location. You are at, what is the location of our place? How we pronounce it? It is basically Calicut. Okay, it's Calicut. Suppose, but I want a remote location. Calicut is remote? No, na. Calicut is city. A remote location. Okay, a remote location. Any remote location? There remote, thoda sa outside, outskirt. Mukkam, Mukkam, Mukkam or Makkam. Okay, now suppose I am staying in Makkam. Makkam mein, okay, I am having a Jaguar ka Mukkam. Okay, acha. Mukkam mein, I am having a BMW ka showroom. Okay, showroom is there. Yani if I purchase a BMW, service, okay, from Mukkam I am not required to go to Calicut. Mukkam I can give a service there only. But if I purchase a Jaguar, I need to go to Calicut to give the service. For that purpose, I selected, okay, BMW. What is the basis of differentiation? Did you understood the example? Okay, this is called organization because it is not fitting into first two. Features I am not comparing. Okay, price I am not comparing, but I am comparing some other element. I do think now examples are getting clear, Malik. Differentiation. Okay, the example clear, Malik? Okay, I am asking you, Samsung and Apple. Apple, I like the touch screen. Very good. I purchase Apple. Product differentiation. I do think everybody clear. Okay, Samsung and Apple, both are having same feature, but price of Samsung is lower. Therefore, I am preferring Samsung. Pricing differentiation. Apple and Samsung, both are same, everything. I am not comparing with product features and the other thing. But Samsung service support is super. Therefore, I am purchasing Samsung. Organization differentiation. Perfect, Malik. I do think now that the things are clear at your end. Okay, everybody, basis of differentiation, because basis of differentiation, please make it clear. Okay, because once I enter into focus, I can't, you will get up everything mixed up. Okay, so first of all, I do think very clear. Now, the next question comes is how to achieve this strategy. how to achieve this strategy. Suppose I'm a Jaguar, I'm a BMW wala owner. How will I achieve this strategy? So it says there are 6 points. First point, okay, it says you should give something best to the customer, okay, which customer taste and preference. Customer should like that product, man. Second, okay, you should evaluate the performance of that product. Yani once you give that product, you should ask the customer whether they like it or not, what is the feedback, another thing, so that you can improve it out. R&D should be again and again. Continuous R&D should be there. Okay, continuous R&D should be there. Next point, it should be high quality product, which I told you. Rapid product innovation. Okay, product innovation should be rapidly within a point. Otherwise, the other person will copy and you are gone. Okay, massage seat. I'm having massage seat. BMW is also having massage seat now. Okay, boss, taking step for enhancing image and brand value. Brand value should be super. And most important, okay, your product price should be based on unique features. Unique features should be there. Okay, now I'm asking you one question. Nike is actually I'm having a ligament tear. Okay, I'm having a meniscus tear. Okay, I'll be going into Mumbai and probably I will be operating in coming weeks, coming months approximately. Ligament tear is there. Okay, my foot is not working. My left leg is not working from last 1.5 months. So 8th, I'm having an appointment. Okay, so basically because of that, whatever plus minus is there. So I search on Nike. Nike is having one shoes which can be used during this ligament tear. Okay, in Nike and Adidas, I was comparing, but Adidas is not offering such kind of shoes, but Nike is offering such kind of shoes. Now tell me, with differentiation. With differentiation. Okay, with differentiation, product, price, organization, product differentiation, perfect. Now similarly in Nike also and Adidas also, I'm getting the same kind of shoes which is offered for the ligament tear. Okay, but Nike is not available here in right now in Pune. Nike is not available in Pune. Okay, that is available in Mumbai, but Adidas is available in Pune. Organization differentiation. Okay, both are available in Pune, but cost of Adidas is lower. Therefore, I prefer Adidas. Pricing. Baat khatam. I do think everybody clear. But these are something you need to understand. You should fix this. These are what we are discussing in every element. Okay, advantages. I told you advantages. What advantages you need to write? 5 forces. Okay, you should not confuse as such. What are the 5 forces you need to keep in mind? One is rivalry, one is buyer, supplier, entrants, and substitute. Now tell me, okay, rivalry. Why rivalry is problem to you? Because you should have something unique, na? So rivalry will never be a problem. Second, bargaining power of buyer. Okay, please understand. Okay, when I purchased the Jaguar XJL, okay, it was 1.46 CR, 1.46 CR. Okay, and he told we will put a coat on that Jaguar. Okay, so that if you touch somewhere, the color will not remove. It will not have an impact on color. So 2 lakhs that coat requires. Okay, that coating is required. I debate? No, please, bhaiya, thoda sasta kar do na, sasta, please. So reduce the cost. Okay, no. I will not bargain. Reason simple, because the unique features, the product features are so much. Therefore, I am paying to it. Okay, but if imagine, okay, Tata Nano wala person is saying, okay, sir, Nano 3 lakhs, you put that coating, so color will not remove 2 lakhs. Cost leader mein it is not so, na. So bargaining power of buyer will not be here in this particular feature. I do think you are getting the concept. Supplier, even if supplier bargain, na, it will be absorbed with high price, because we are charging a high price. Even if supplier asks for high price, I am okay to give to high price to supplier. Why? Reason is simple. Okay, that amount I will recover from the customer. New entry, very difficult. We discuss common barrier in new entry. Product differentiation, discuss na, product differentiation. Have something different in your product. And substitute. Okay, why people will prefer substitute? If the people is preferring you because of some features. Okay, the people is preferring you because of some features, they will not go ahead with the substitutes. Bharat Mata ki jai. Everybody clear, Malik? Okay. Disadvantage of differentiation strategy. First point, okay, uniqueness to remain a long-term concept is very difficult. I told you, other may imitate. Second point, charging too high price for differentiation features may cause customer to switch. Okay, high price hua, to customer switch ho sakta hai. And differentiation fail to work if it is not valued by customer. If customer does not value, the differentiation will fail. Okay, Bharat Mata ki jai. I do think everybody understood the differentiation and cost leader strategy. Now this brings to the last answer of this chapter, that is called focus strategy. Okay, make sure you understand focus strategy very clearly, because this is the last answer, and if one done conceptually, your answer you can crack very easily. Now when I'm discussing about focus strategy, please understand what is a focus strategy. First of all, how it is different from first two strategy. First two strategy is always first two strategy is cost leader and differentiation. These are always having a broad market. Which market, beta? Broad market. And focus will always having a narrow market. market. Which market, beta? Narrow market. Okay, this will be having a broad market and this will be having a narrow market. First demand point. Now, how we understand a broad market and narrow market, I will discuss in example after 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes, I will discuss in example. Broad market कैसे होता है, narrow market कैसे होता है. Okay, broad means what and narrow means what. But before that, what is the focus strategy? Focus strategy is basically I am focusing on some element only. Okay, and here there are two elements. One is focus cost leader and one is focus differentiation. Don't get confused. I bet your interpretation will go hayway, okay, if you didn't understood this concept. Okay, so first of all, what is the focus differentiation? Focus cost leader. First understand what is the focus cost leader. Focus cost leader means, okay, this strategy is applied by the organization when it is reducing cost compared to one of the competitor rather than industry. Okay, I am not giving sabse sasta. I am not giving cheapest in all. But I am giving cheapest to that one of the competitor. That is called focus cost leader. Yani I will reduce my cost, okay, because the competitor is selling in low cost. Not industry mein sasta, but with that competitor I am giving a low cost. This is what I am discussing. Example, let understand A, B, C, D. Okay, A is selling at 14 rupees, B is selling at 10 rupees, okay, C is selling at 8 rupees, and D is selling at 6 rupees. Now please understand what A is doing and what B is doing, okay, or what C is doing. Now D is having a good market share, 70%. Okay, so A, B, C is not having good market share. Now what B will do, what B is doing the strategy, B is reducing its cost from 10 to 7 rupees. Now tell me, is B giving lowest in industry? No. Who is giving lowest in industry? It is D. It is not C. It is not B. But does B is reducing cost compared to C? Yes, to 7 rupees. Why? What is the reason? Because B is trying to capture the market of C. It is not focusing on all competitor. It is focusing on one individual competitor. Then it is called focus cost leader. समझ में आया? If I reduce this cost from 7 to 5 rupees and this market share is coming to me, okay, now tell me, it will be focus cost leader or cost leader altogether? It is a cost leader altogether. In focus cost leader, what do we do? In focus cost leader, are you getting the concept, Malik? In focus cost leader, I am reducing the amount compared to that particular competitor. One of the competitor, then I am reducing my price with the competitor. Then it is called focus cost leader. I do think everybody clear, Malik? Okay, focus cost leader understood? Okay, I am reducing the price. That is called focus cost leader. Now, what is focus differentiation? Okay, now here interpretation comes into picture because this is very difficult interpretation. Focus differentiation. Focus differentiation, please understand this logic. When I say I am focus differentiation, now don't get confused that it means I am giving more features than that. Okay, help me out. Okay, suno, listen everyone. Okay, I am a Jaguar and BMW. BMW is giving good feature and I am Jaguar not giving good feature. You are selecting BMW. Which strategy? You are selecting BMW. Which strategy? Okay, product differentiation. Perfect. It is differentiation only. It is not focus differentiation. It is differentiation only. If this concept come into picture, this is differentiation only and differentiation got the product differentiation. Focus differentiation is not this concept. Then what focus differentiation focus on? It is focus on selling through one element, selling through one particular element. Okay, sales ka area. Example, I am selling only online. Focus differentiation. But I am giving a best feature, then I am giving a conceptual clarity than other person. Now this is not focus differentiation. This is differentiation only. This is not focus differentiation. Okay, here then what you need to understand, you are selling in particular point, you are restricting the sales, restricting the area. Okay, restricting the area. Now to be very precise, suppose if I am discussing this point, focus differentiation, if I am discussing one basic example, okay, suppose I am restricting myself to sale in Pune only. If anybody wants to purchase me, okay, I will be available only in Pune. Now please understand, this is what I am available only in Pune. If anybody want to purchase, I am available only in Pune. Now this is not differentiation. Okay, this is called focus differentiation. I'm restricting my channels. I'm restricting my availability. I'm restricting my availability. This is called focus differentiation. Okay, this is with geographical reason. Geographical reason. Please understand, this is with geographical reason. I can focus with any element. I am reducing the market size. I am reducing the market size. Now listen carefully. Okay, here, now in above example, if I discuss like this, A, B, C, D is there. I am not discussing anything about price. But A, B, C, D are dealing in all other market. Now B was in X market. X market. Now C was in Y market. C was in Y market. Now B starts selling in Y market also. Which strategy? B starts selling in Y market also. Which strategy? This is called focus differentiation. Focus differentiation. I am focusing differentiation. This is not a focus cost leader. Focus cost leader mein I will be reducing the cost compared to that point. This is what we call the focus differentiation. Okay, many times the students may get confused to write an answer with differentiation and focus differentiation. Okay, if I say you, I am giving a better quality than a competitor, which answer it is? I am giving a better quality than competitor. B is giving good quality than C. B is giving good quality than C. B is giving a good quality than C. It is product differentiation. Understood? It is not focus differentiation. So how can I conclude? How can I conclude difference between product differentiation and focus differentiation? Product differentiation means differentiation and focus differentiation. If any time in examination the case study comes that you are giving the product, okay, you are purchasing the product or the product is best than that product, answer is always best. Compare in focus differentiation. Compare on channels. Compare on channels. Compare on channels. Atma clear? Okay, so now I am giving few examples. Understand clearly and close this concept. Okay, Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce is having good features, okay, compared to Jaguar. Rolls-Royce is having good features compared to Jaguar. This is product differentiation. Perfect. Differentiation. Differentiation. Answer is differentiation. Don't write product differentiation. Answer is differentiation. In differentiation, basis of differentiation, product differentiation. Understood logic? Okay, everybody? Okay. Now Rolls-Royce क्या बोलता है? Rolls-Royce says, I will give my car, I will sell my car only to the person who earns more than 5 crore. Rolls-Royce says, I will sell this car only to the people who will earn more than 5 crore. If you are not earning less than 5 crore, I will not sell the car. This is called focus differentiation. I am restricting my channels. I am restricting my channels. Are you getting the concept? I am restricting my channels. I am restricting my channels. Atma clear? Okay, now listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Okay, you are already aware about First Cry? First Cry shop. First Cry shop is for baby shops. First Cry shop. First Cry shop. First Cry shop is bringing a unique product only for babies. Only for babies. Only for babies, not for others. Now, this is a broad market or narrow market. Now, you may think it is a narrow market because it is giving only for baby. Okay, this is one of the biggest problem. Narrow or broad cannot be differentiated on this basis. Then how it is narrow? Narrow means what? You are restricting yourself. Now tell me, First Cry bring the products for whom? First Cry bring the products only for babies, Nare. First Cry bring the product only for baby. How you can tell me focus? Focus, focus, if you are telling focus, then focus differentiation kaise hoga? I told you focus differentiation based on channel, not based on product. If you are discussing focus differentiation on the basis of product, you are wrong. If I am saying First Cry is bringing a good diaper for a baby, only for baby. Okay, don't tell, arey, only for baby, he is not bringing for me. Arey, First Cry shop is only for baby only. For them, the broad market is that only. It is not a narrow market. Narrow market matlab restricting something. So focus differentiation and focus cost leader mein, you need to understand first whether the market is narrow or not. Narrow hua, then you focus on this two element. And focus differentiation ke liye you understand, narrow should be only on channels, not on any other features. If there is a concept of difference in features, okay, it should be based on that. A footwear company, okay, Nike bringing a shoes which is a unique for old age person. Nike is bringing a unique shoes for old age person. Focus. You understood? The answer is wrong. The answer is wrong. I told you how you will decide focus. Focus में क्या है ये? Focus cost leader है? नहीं. Focus differentiation only telling ना. How it is focus differentiation? Whether it is restricting its channel? No, it is differentiation. How you will say focus? Focus में focus differentiation कैसे होगा? One of the biggest challenge. This is how you need to distinguish these two things altogether. If I am saying I am a Nike shoe manufacturer, I am bringing a shoe for a what do we say, old age person, which is giving a comfort. Immediate दिमाग में आता है focus because market is narrow. अरे भाई, they are bringing a shoes with a different quality. So it is a differentiation. They may charge a premium price for this. Okay, focus होगा तो focus क्या होगा sir? Focus cost leader भी नहीं होगा, focus differentiation भी नहीं होगा. Focus differentiation कब चलेगा? Now listen carefully. Nike says I am bringing a shoes which are unique for old age person, which is available only online. Which is available only online. Now focus differentiation. Understood? I do think now clear. Focused differentiation in on channel. Differentiation में feature मत करना. If question comes on features, I am giving something unique. Okay, I am bringing something unique. The answer is on differentiation, not on focused differentiation. I do think everybody clear with the concept. Bharat Mata ki jai. Okay, is everybody clear? That's it. This is and how you will decide narrow market. Narrow market means how? Now narrow market, don't tell me he's bringing a product for old age only. This he's bringing that product for old age, so it's old age only. That is a broad market for old age. Narrow कैसे होगा? If this is product is available to everyone, see, understand, Nike says my product is available to everyone, but I will sell only to old age person. I will sell only to old age person. Now tell me, I will sell only to old age person. This product can be used by anyone, but I will not sell to anyone because the resource is scarce. Now this is focus differentiation. I think understood. Narrow market. If this product is available, okay, narrow market. Okay, sir, Rolls airline, Indigo airline, giving lowest cost, cost leader, Indigo. Okay, sir, Tata, Vistara, giving a good seat, features, everything. It charges very high, but giving good seats and other things. Okay, it is differentiation. Are you getting the point? But, okay, one XYZ flight company is bringing a chartered flight and they give this chartered flight only to high net worth customer. High net worth customer. Focus, कौन सा? Differentiation. Focus differentiation. Understood? I do think pakka. Can I close now? Because if this is achieved, where chapter 5 is achieved, man. Chapter 5 done. Okay. So this brings to the last question. Last question to be focused on. Okay, the last question goes like this. Sir, BMW and Jaguar. Okay, BMW and Jaguar. Okay, you are preferring BMW because it is lower in cost. Features are same. It is lower in cost. BMW is lower in cost compared to Jaguar. Features are same. Tell me. Okay, the answer is differentiation. Right? The answer, differentiation. Tell me the answer, differentiation. Differentiation ka basis will be price differentiation. Understood? Now I ask you other way question. Because everybody is preferring BMW because it's lowest cost, Jaguar decided to reduce its cost lower than BMW. Jaguar decided to reduce its cost than BMW for that particular product. Focus cost leader. Perfect. Focus cost leader. I am focusing on that particular product and reducing that cost. I am not giving lowest compared to this. Understood? Focus cost leader. I am reducing my price. Price compared to that point. If the question comes, you are selecting because of price. If the question comes, you are selecting because of price, then the concept comes in differentiation and pricing. If the question comes that I am targeting that price and I am reducing that price because of that competitor, then it is focus cost leader. Done. Told, man. I do think everybody clear, Malik. Understood? If you decide that particular product should be selected based on price, the answer is differentiation and pricing. If I reduce my product price because of that particular point, the answer is focus cost leader. That's it. Done. So reading these 2 points is basically very easy point. Okay, I don't think so. Now does not comes in this point. Okay, now one more concept is that best cost provider strategy, which is a combination of this. Okay, combination क्या है? यहाँ पर I may offer the product which is lower in price than what is offered by rival. Okay, यानी I am giving lower in price but same quality. Okay, and or I am charging the high price but I am giving higher quality. Best cost provider strategy. Okay, best cost provider strategy. It is a combination of all three. कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ऑल थ्री, यानी कॉस्ट कम कर दिया, डिफरेंशिएशन भी दे दिया, एवरीथिंग इज देयर. बट दिस इज अ रेयर सिनेरियो, दिस आर ऑलवेज एन ऑफर कॉन्सेप्ट्स, ऑफर देते तब. तो आई डू थिंक चैप्टर 5 इज नाउ क्लियर इन योर माइंड. चैप्टर 5 कॉन्सेप्चुअली गया, या कॉन्सेप्चुअली डन एंड डस्टेड. ओके, तो भारत माता की जय. Two questions are that for sure. Now, if I ask you one last question to before going on chapter 2, one last question if I ask you, okay, what is that last question to ask as such? Listen carefully. If I ask you, okay, Nike Limited is having decline in sales. Listen carefully. Decline in sales. Nike Limited is having decline in sales. Therefore, Nike Limited is thinking to have focused, to develop. Nike Limited is thinking to develop some shoes, which is very high cost or premium, and they will sell this to specific customers only, not to all, specific customers, though high net worth customers only. Okay, identify strategy by Nike, listen carefully, identify strategy by Nike to reverse the decline phase. Tell me. Question मैंने लिखा है, Nike, there is a decline in sales. They are developing shoes which are high cost and premium, okay, and they will be selling only to specific customers. Identify strategy by Nike to reverse the decline phase. This is a question. This is a question for 4 marks. Explain. Answer the strategy. Ananya, I got a good answer. Perfect, Ananya. Okay. Only Ananya till now has given a correct answer. Baki, everybody is saying focus differentiation. This is where one more glitch is there. Product market. This is one of the biggest blunder which may happen. This is not question of chapter 5. This is a question of chapter 4th. Chapter 4th. Yes, I will put this recording on YouTube. Don't worry. This is chapter 4th question. Nowhere it is written corporate strategy or business level strategy. Nowhere in question this will come corporate strategy or business level strategy. Understood? A big blunder. Boss. Then how will I come to know, sir, in examination? Decline ko reverse karna hai. This is a hint by which you should come to know. Okay, focus does not decline the phase. Hopefully, I now told. Now chapter 4 and 5, almost you solve any question. Okay, everything is solvable now. Hopefully, Malik understood. So, it may happen that they may not ask you whether this is from chapter 4 or chapter 5. It is a big blunder, and then you need to understand what is hint given in. Okay, if they ask you, identify the grand strategy or corporate strategy, chapter 4. Identify the business strategy, chapter 5. Okay, in chapter 5, what is the confusion? I made you clear. Okay, last 15 minutes, I made you everything clear. Huh? Okay, and now in the biggest point is that this strategy is how it will be discussing. This is one of the biggest problem. So hopefully I understood, I think, okay, you understood the question. Okay, then how it works, we have understood this one. So Bharat Mata ki jai. In examination, you will think, अरे सर focus differentiation लगना चाहिए ना, because focus differentiation नहीं, last line क्या पूछा है? What they are asking in the last line, identify the strategy by Nike to reverse the decline phase. They want to reverse the decline, so they are asking for turnaround. Thank you Malik, तोड़ Malik, भारत माता की जय. समझ में आया Malik? Okay, so right now we have done with the chapter 5. Now we are shifting ourselves to chapter 4th, Malik. Chapter 4th, chapter 2nd. So we have done with chapter 1, we have done with 3, we have done with 4, we have done with 5. Now we are coming on chapter 2. Okay, let's start with chapter 2 now. And I'm trying my level best to explain you the concepts also. Okay, I hope the lecture is fruitful at your end, because with the concept, earlier I was thinking for revising the content, then yesterday and other things I thought let's go with the concept. Okay, so I'm going with a conceptual discussion rather than only reading the content or remembering the content. Okay, so remembering and other things can be done very quickly once you understood the concept as such. So in chapter 2 there are multiple elements. Let's start with discussion of chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2, again many of them may face some problems with some questions or something like that, but we'll discuss it out and we'll ensure that no conceptual problem will be there in chapter 2. Okay, so chapter 2, first of all, there is a discussion on competitive landscape. Now I do think you are aware about the word that is called landscape. Okay, so one, when you take a printout like this, and one you take a printout like this. Okay, so which is the landscape printout? This one. Okay, so this is what they are saying, competitive landscape. On this paper we require all information of competitor. Okay, so everything is fit on this particular landscape paper. This is called a competitive landscape. Everything about the competitor on this paper is called competitive landscape. Understood? Everything about competitor on this particular paper is called competitive landscape. So what are the steps to understand competitive landscape? So first, identify who are the competitor. Second, understand those competitors. Okay, first is identify who are the competitor, which are direct competitor or indirect competitor, substitutes wale, every competitor identify. Second, understand that competitors. Determine strength of that competitor, determine weakness of this competitor, and put all information together on this paper and understand. Okay, so competitive landscape. Okay, so competition landscape. Okay, so how many steps are there in competitive landscape? Very easy answer, 5 steps. First point, identify the competitor, understand the competitor, determine the strength, determine the weakness, and put all information together. बात खत्म. Strength means internal, weakness means external. Internal strength और weakness कहाँ से पता चलेगा? This can be, you go on review. Okay, website पे जाओ, उनके reviews होते product के. Okay, example, you go on Amazon while purchasing a product, you get the reviews. By that review you can understand the strength and weakness of that particular companies. Okay, focus on that element, because based on that you can come to know that their weakness should not be your weakness, that their weakness should be your strength, and their strength should be also your strength. So based on that you can take the decision and you can have a survive in that market. So this is your first answer to competitive landscape. After competitive landscape, there is a second concept that is called strategic analysis. Let me clear you. Okay, yesterday we discussed strategic planning. I do think hopefully everybody remember. One was strategic planning and second was strategic decision making in chapter 3. Strategic planning was planning, and decision making was basically, okay, alternatives means selecting one. In this strategic analysis, basically they say whenever you do analysis about strategy, okay, whether the strategy is correct or not, okay, whether we should modify the strategy, whether we should rectify the strategy, always consider two things. First, okay, you need to understand whenever you get a success, you get over a period of time. It is not an immediate success, it is over a period of time, and it takes a very small decisions to achieve the long-term success. And you need to understand strategy when you do the analysis. Okay, when you decide the strategy, you should not only consider internal environment, you should also consider external. We have discussed this point yesterday. SWOT, strength weakness, is about internal, opportunity threats is about external. 2 points you need to understand. First, they say strategy is evolved over a period of time. Okay, it is evolved over a period of time. An example, okay, in one day you can't, if you in one day you are getting answer, but this is not an actual answer. Okay, you need to wait for getting an actual answers. And second, you should always have a balance of internal and external factors. That's it. Okay, so strategic analysis is basically focusing on issues. Okay, second scenario, there is a strategic risk. What is a strategic risk? Basically, okay, what you consider as your strength or what you consider as your opportunity in market, you may end up, okay, understanding this thing. An example, you thought this is your strength and later on you understood, मतलब बाद में आपको समझता है कि that strength is your weakness actually. Okay, and you thought there is an opportunity, and later on when you start to capitalize that opportunity, you come to know that is not an opportunity, that is a threat. This is something which is called strategic risk. Strategic risk focus on two elements, one is external and one is internal. External environment read करते वक्त, understand करते वक्त, what is the risk, and internal environment when you study what is the risk. So first of all, external environment in short term and long term. Okay, short term and long term, what can be risk? In short term, external environment, you may have errors and interpreting the environment. Example, you may think there is an opportunity and it may be a threat, or there may be a threat, there may be an opportunity. Okay, either of it. And second, in long term, changes in environment lead to obsolescence. Example, okay, in short term, if you thought it is an opportunity and you start capitalizing that opportunity and come to know that is a threat, short term में ऐसा होगा. But in long term, suppose you thought it is an opportunity and you start utilizing that opportunity and actually it is an opportunity. But over a long term, what may happen? Okay, technology may change and that opportunity go out of the hand. This is a risk. Okay, when you are doing the analysis of environment. Okay, which environment? External. But if you do the internal analysis, okay, there are two risks, in short term risk and long term risk. Okay, think logically. If there is an opportunity, you think there is an opportunity in market. Okay, based on your strength, you start working on it. Example, you thought funds are there, you thought resources are there. But okay, short-term risk is that what strength you thought, it is not your strength and it is actually a weakness. Okay, organizational capacity is unable to cope up with strategic demands. You thought you will capitalize that opportunity, but you understood the resources are not there. You thought it is a strength, but it is a weakness. Short term, long term में नहीं होगा, because long term, once you survive with that particular point, long term में तो अपने strength अपने ही रहेंगे. लेकिन example, okay, my staff is there, my staff one Huli is there, Huli, Huli. Whenever any problem issues are there with me or my team, okay, Huli is there who will solving every problems. Now with respect to this particular person, okay, short term risk क्या होगा? I thought कि Huli will take up care of everything. In short term, okay, Huli is not unable to handle the calls and other things. This is short term. But suppose he is able to handle the calls and other things, okay, other way around. In long term, can Huli leave my organization? Yes. And that is what they say. Inconsistency with strategy are developed on account of changes in internal capacities. Yani now internal preferences and capacity will change. Huli may go, some other person will come, and there will be a problems you will may face. These are the 4 types of risk, permutation and combination for internal and external. So 2 things which we are discussing strategic analysis. What are the strategic analysis? 2 things. Strategic analysis, 2 things are there. First, what are the issues you should consider? So 2 things. Whenever you do the analysis, understand over a long term you will get a results. And second, you should always have a balance of internal and external. And second, what are the risk doing strategic analysis? So it is a permutation or combination of 4 things. Internal में short term and long term, external में short term and long term. I do think everybody clear, Malik? Strategic risk के लिए. तो 2 things you have discussed strategic analysis के लिए. 2 things you have discussed. One is competitive landscape. First is competitive landscape. 5 steps are there. Second is strategic risk. Strategic analysis. In that 2 things are there. One is issues and one is risk. Okay, Bharat Mata ki jai. Everybody clear? Any doubt till here, Malik? Strategic risk understood? Strategic risk is about analysis. If you are doing external analysis, if you are doing internal analysis, what is the risk? So the risk are of 2 terms. One is short term and one is long term. That's it. So how the risk comes into picture, we have discussed. Now we are going on the next question, that is called industry and competitive analysis. Okay, now again this is a very good question or good candidate for your examination. Okay, not complete question, but a few of the points can come in examination. So let's start with the discussion. Okay, if you are doing industry and competitive analysis, my question, okay, do you remember 5 strategic management process? Strategic management process which we have discussed yesterday. Strategic management process, how many steps are there? In strategic management process, there are how many steps? 5 steps are there. Perfect. Okay, step 1, if you remember, it was developing vision, mission and goals and objectives. Second was analysis. Na? Second stage we are doing right now. Na? So second stage, what we are doing, this is something which is of second stage, internal and external analysis. So what are the things? So first they say, what are the things? So first point, they say, understand the dominant economic features of industry. What are the economic features of industry? How much industry is there? What kind of industry is there? What are the ratio? What are the competitors? Who are the competitors? How the competitors work? Okay, what are the product which is required in this industry? Understand the industry. Second point, they understand nature and strength of competition. Now, how to understand nature and strength of competition? We have discussed this in chapter 5. If you remember 5 forces. Focus on 5 forces, you will understand the nature and strength of competition. Okay, understand the rivalry कैसी है, substitute कैसा है, okay, bargaining power of buyer, bargaining power of supplier, or new entry. This is something which you need to understand with the nature and strength. The third point, okay, identify the trigger of change. How many times this industry get changed? Okay, example, updates. Example, in CA industry, okay, CA teaching industry, is there updates we need to keep it out? Answer is yes. If I am teaching direct tax and indirect taxes, you need to understand trigger of change is every year because of budget change. But if we discuss about other subjects like ES hai, SM hai, the trigger of change is almost yearly or 2 year, 3 years, something like that when institute bring the amendment or something like right now if new syllabus comes into picture, there will be a dramatic change. This is something which is called trigger of change. Understood, Malik? Trigger of change. So trigger of change may, what we need to understand. If you remember this word yesterday, if you remember, this is something very important. What is this something? If you remember, trigger of change. If there is a event, kacha badam, mera kacha badam, yaad hai? There will be event. Whether this event is converting into trend, that is where you need to identify. How many times this industry is getting changed? How many times we need to get updated? Because once you enter into industry, you need to get update yourself. So identify trigger of change. Next comes is very important concept, that is called strategic group mapping. This can be a retail question on it. Okay, listen carefully. I doubt, okay, this full question, this all steps will come into your examination. Okay, I doubt this all steps will be coming in examination. But there may be a retail question on strategic group mapping. Now, what is a strategic group mapping? Strategic group mapping means, okay, understand, if I ask you a competitive landscape, where is the competitive landscape? Competitive landscape ekdam upar gaya. We discussed this competitive landscape. Okay, we have understood this competitive landscape. Now, here I am discussing a strategic group mapping. Strategic group mapping means what, Malik? Strategic group mapping means, okay, where I will identify, okay, competition. How is the competition? That is what we have discussed in 5 forces. how much strong my competitor is or how much weak my competitor is. That is called strategic group mapping. Okay, so in strategy group mapping, they say, first of all, identify the competitive characteristics. 4 steps are there. Okay, example, what are the competitive characteristics with me? Okay, first identify on what basis I will compete with you. Example, okay, I will compete on you, how many products you sell and what is the goodwill, how much brand value you have, how many products you sell. My competing characteristics, I may compete on multiple characteristics, but right now I will compete on 2 points. Okay, one is what is your goodwill, what is your and my goodwill, and how many number of products I sell, number of products you or my competitor sell. These are the 2 comparison points for me. Second point, plot the firms on 2 variable map. This is something which I plot in 2 variable map. Okay, where in one variable I have written a goodwill or brand, and second variable I written number of products. Yani if I am here, my number of products are less. If I am here, my number of products are more. If I am here, number of products are very more. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है Malik? And if I am saying my goodwill is here, goodwill is less. If I am here, my goodwill is more. Understood, Malik? The first point, they say identify competitor characteristics. Okay, so I am comparing on what. Okay, you need to understand. Second point, plot that on x, y and x axis and y axis. Okay, third, okay, assign the firms. Okay, what competitors there, assign on them. And here if you go with a module example, the answer is very easy. They have given some diagram with a circle. Example, if I write like this, okay, I am saying like this. Okay, I am saying this is A company, ABC company, which is here. So this circle is basically assign the firms here and circle the proportion to the size of that group. Okay, I am circling the proportion. Yani this what it represent. ABC is having good goodwill, but number of products are less. Okay, if I am doing like this, okay, now I am writing XYZ. Now what it represents? XYZ is having good number of products, but they are not having goodwill in the market. But if I am doing like this, it means, okay, there will be PQR, which is having good goodwill and number of products also more. This is how I can identify which is a strong company and weak competitor, strong competitor and weak competitor against me. Bharat Mata ki jai. Everybody clear, Malik? This is something strategy group mapping. So how many steps are there for strategy group mapping? 4. Identify competitive characteristics. Second point, plot the firms on 2 variable map. Third, assign the firms. And fourth point, okay, proportional. Circle the proportional. Proportional के हिसाब से circle करना है. That's it. These are the 4 points. Bharat Mata ki jai. Everybody clear, Malik? These are the 4 characteristics you need to understand and you need to close it out. Okay, I do think strategy group mapping. Make sure this is very important from your examination point of view. Usually I discuss this like LDR, last day revision. This is very important. Examination में you may expect this question. After that, there is a likely strategic moves of rival. Yani what rivalry will take steps. What are the steps he will take? Okay, my competitor will take. That is what I need to understand. Likely strategic moves my rival. Okay, so we need to understand what the strength of them, what the weakness, like competitive landscape, something like that. Then comes is key success factor, competitive success. Okay, again this is an LDR for a separate question. Now what is the key success factor? Why competitor is surviving? What is the key success factor? Is industry mein you need to understand very clearly. Okay, I do think my friends, everybody sitting here online, okay, everybody is facing one problem. Basically there is a core competency, there is a competitive advantage, there is a key success factor. Exactly, we are unable to differentiate between core competency, key success factor and competitive advantage many times. So just understand ekdam slowly and steadily about these 3 concepts. Once this is 3 done, okay, then we have only a phases and other things and last SWOT and TOWS matrix. That's it. So the answer, the main crux of this chapter 2 is about key success factor. The second concept will be core competency and the third will be a very important point, that is called competitive advantage. We'll discuss it out. आराम से जाइए. सबसे पहले what is the key success factor? Okay, please do understand, key success factor is always for the industry, not for the company. Please make it sure you are clear. If I say core competency is of an organization, not of industry. Industry में there is always a key success factor. Example, there may be 5 competitors in an industry. Okay, all 5 companies may have different core competency, but this industry where all 5 competitor operates will be having a key success factor. I do think you are getting the concept. First point, the key success factor is not for the organization. Key success factor is of industry. Therefore, almost every industry may have 3-4 key success factor, not more than that. Core competency can be 14-15 core competency, but key success factor cannot be 14-15. Core competency is something different, which is for organization. Key success factor is for industry. So usually key success factors are almost 3 and 4. What are the key success factors that most affect industry's member ability to prosper in marketplace? Yani why one of the person is enjoying this market, market. Why one of the competitor is enjoying this market? The reason is key success factor. The key success factor of the industry we need to take care. It most important, the answer need to be taken care for identifying key success factor. What are the answer to identify the key success factor? How can I identify that these are the key success factor? So there are 4 points. First, why customer is selecting you? Okay, why customer is selecting the other competitor, okay, over you? Why it is selecting? Identify that. What is the reason why he is selecting competitor? Second, if he is selecting that competitor on some feature, whether that feature is critical. Second point. Third, okay, third point, very most important point, whether you have that core competency, yani resources and competitive capabilities, so that competitive is successful. And fourth point, and if this is there, you can get a competitive advantage. Aram se understand kariye, because I will merge this answer with core competency also. Key success factor में 4 question to be asked. First, why other are preferred? Okay. Second, okay, for some feature na. Second, whether that feature is crucial? Yes. Third, whether you have resource and capability to give that feature? Yes. Fourth, then you can gain a competitive advantage. Fourth point. 4 point you need to understand. Okay, first point, why competitor, on what basis competitor is selecting you? On what basis customer is choosing between competing brands? Why they are selecting competing brand? Example, okay, feature, okay, massage seat is good in cars. Okay, second point, whether product attributes are crucial. Yes, massage seat nowadays are very, very crucial for the high cost buyers. Third point, whether you have a resources and competitive capabilities to give that feature. Yes, start giving it, because then you will achieve a competitive advantage. So 4 keywords, you remember this point. First, why competitor is preferred. Second, whether it is very crucial, that feature is crucial, whether resources and capabilities are there with you. And third, fourth point, whether you can achieve this competitive advantage. If these 4 points are there, if answer is positive, this means these are key success factor. Okay, even if you don't remember the answer conceptually, मतलब जो भी point है, you just remember these 4 answers to be written, 4 points to be written whenever the question comes on key success factor. And whether key success factor is for industry or organization, it is always for industry. It is not for organization. Is that point clear? At least remember this point. And last point is prospects and financial attractiveness of industry. Okay, that doesn't differ. मतलब कोई problem नहीं है. Okay, attractive है तो then you will enter in the market. If not, other than. Okay, these are the total 7 points for industry and competitive analysis. Please understand what is a question. Please understand what is the question. Everybody listen carefully. If I ask you what is a competitive landscape, this is the answer, 5 points. If I ask you competitive landscape, 5 answer. Okay, competitive analysis, 7 points. These are the 7 points of competitive analysis. One is dominant industry feature. Second point, nature of competition. Third, trigger of change. Fourth point, strategy group mapping. Fifth point, okay, strategic move of rivals. Next point is key success factor. And last concept is attractiveness of industry, whether industry is attractive or not. Bharat Mata ki jai. Everybody clear, Malik? These are the 7 points. Okay, out of 7 points, how many can come in individual? How many can come in retail? One question can come in retail is the strategic group mapping, and the second question can come is key success factor. These are the 2 questions to be taken care of. Everybody clear? Okay, so key success factor. Okay, now please understand, key success factor is of industry or organization. Key success factor, again I will come back to the key success factor. Okay, the key success factor when we discuss about core competency, when we complete our core competency. Core competency is not of industry, core competency is about individual organization. Organization के लिए core competency है. आत्मा clear? Okay, take a 5-minute time out लेते हैं 5 minutes का. Okay, then we'll start again in this particular point. Okay, we'll complete this one. And again I will be taking lecture till 11:30, whatever time till I will take. Okay, और उसके बाद we'll close down and we'll discuss it out. आगे का approach मालिक.